Potemkin smashes 1 million. 3 new fan films premiered to round out the new year. We look back at the year that was, preview fan film January, and put a pencil around Monday, July 10, 2023.
From Trekzone's virtual studio to the world, with early access and behind the scenes for members, this is Trekzone's Fan Film Update.
This is the Bite-Sized Podcast, catching you up on the latest Star Trek fan film news. The team at Potemkin Pictures have kick-started the new year by updating their viewership figures for all 104 productions in their catalogue, and it's awesome news for the group of dedicated fans. The cumulative total has smashed past 1 million views by 80,000, which is an incredible milestone for a passion project. On behalf of Trekzone, congratulations everyone. 2 days before the bells tolled for the new year, Mr. B. Net V dropped Ultimate Survival, which sees a sadistic Section 31 agent planning to erase humanity by travelling to the distant past with a bioweapon, and a rogue Starfleet crew must go against orders to stop him. The team have been planning this one for a long time apparently, and while they say their resources are small, the ambition has never been greater. They've been wanting to tell a story with as many big ideas, fun character moments, time travel paradoxes, dinosaurs, action sequences, and of course all the references to Star Trek lore that they could cram into the allotted 15 minutes. Sadly, they lost a loved one during the production, with Joanne Blackburn remembered in the opening seconds of the film. Over in Germany, the Uderon Infinity Gang released Next in Line on Christmas Eve, their only film for the year, due to a postponement of the larger film that they'd intended to release. Uderon reports that it was a short-notice creation, with filming taking just 1 day in the basement studio and post-production taking a fortnight. The character vignette sees Commander Harriman informed by the Admiralty that Captain Delia is being transferred to the Diplomatic Corps, and that the vacant post of Captain of the Uderon could go to him if he so chooses. Apparently this is setting up next year's big fan film. So looking forward to that. Harriman isn't happy about sitting in the centre seat though, so he consults with his longtime friend, Lieutenant Commander DeFalco. Meanwhile, a newcomer across the Trekzone edit desk is Tomasi Studios. 2 days after Christmas, they released the first part of World Between Worlds, an animated spy epic taking us across the Star Wars and Star Trek universes. I'll certainly be keeping an eye out for the other 3 parts. Hopefully, it's not too long between drinks. Well, 2022 was a Trekzone year. Of course it was. It was also a very productive one for Star Trek fan films. Here at Trekzone, I skipped ahead on the auto cue. Here at Trekzone, I've begun to focus on the minutiae of various levels of production. At the top of the list has to be the beginning of Ensign Laura Reed in Trek Shorts. Popular UK YouTuber and CGI artist Emma Thorne accepted the call-up from Samuel Cockings and headlined Duty Calls with yours truly. Chaos in the Neutral Zone has begun to flesh out the character. And speaking of those Trek shorts, the busy one half of Trek Yards also dropped The Icarus Incident, The Tholian Gambit, Battle of Velsec 2, and One Small Step. Australia contributed to the Star Trek fan film catalogue, with Perth's Aaron Vanderklay rounding out the second season, the second collection of his These Are the Voyages films. Resistance and Outbreak are 2 great stories released to esteemed acclaim. Over in Los Angeles, Yorktown, A Time to Heal crossed the finish line after almost 3 decades of challenges, and then followed that up with plenty of top award wins at various film awards, including the Fan Film of the Year at our Fan Film Awards. Speaking of, here at Trekzone, we partnered with MTM to create the 2022 Trekzone Fan Film Awards, and while Axanar's chief propagandist tried to torpedo us with his incredulous ramblings, doubting how a space villain or a hero ship could be awarded, and even indeed rebuffing our olive branch of award nominations with a lengthy blog post and rejection. Nonetheless, we got on with the job, put on a great show, and continue to receive plenty of congratulations and pats on the back for the awards package of a physical trophy, Tim Tams, and Vegemite. Not to mention that 2.5 hour broadcast from the Griffith Film School, and with the very special help of Michael and Andrew and Jonesy from Deliver. We saw Axanar's two-parter get pushed back for another year, while old releases were made new again to keep the war drums thrumming. We saw Alec Peters and Paul Jenkins continue to fight in court with no end in sight. And this year, in fact, will mark 9 years since the crowdfunder for the full-length Axanar movie. We saw Doomsday come along and carve out more than 125,000 views this year, as viewers saw what happened to Commodore Decker's brave crew. Dreadnought Dominion released The Replacements, a unique and interesting story of seizing control from afar. And we saw Potemkin Pictures working consistently hard all year, releasing fan films by its large stable of series, hence why it won Fan Film Studio of the Year at our awards show. And as mentioned at the top of the show, they have now cracked over 1 million views for their productions. So once again, congratulations, guys. Well, as we launch into the new year and a new season of podcasting here at Trekzone, I've been looking at theming up the months. First up, Fan Film January. We're going to check in with Potemkin Pictures, Dreadnought Dominion, Trek Shorts, The Federation Files, and Uteron Infinity, as well as Starship Intrepid. Nick Cook actually shot some behind-the-scenes footage of their latest filming before Christmas. I've been sitting on this footage for a little while, so that's coming up in Fan Film January as well. And we're going to be checking in with all those other productions and finding out exactly what 2023 holds for all of these prolific producers. And just before I go, a quick request to save the date if you please. Monday, July 10 at 7:30am Australian Eastern Standard Time, we'll see the second annual Trekzone Fan Film Awards. The Excel spreadsheet is already filling up with candidates, and MTM and I will work to form them into nominees over the months ahead. As with everything that rolls into a second year, we'll take the lessons learnt last year and apply them here. We'll also get bigger, but maybe shorter in duration. Don't miss it, Monday, July 10 at 7:30am Australian Eastern. That's the latest in the world of Star Trek fan films. What are your thoughts about today's stories? Let's chat about it. I'm Matt Miller for Trekzone. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next fan film update next week.